Hi everyone, it's Daniel here, and this is our next Emotional English podcast episode where we learn an English language effortlessly, emotionally, fulfilled with energy, and of course, positively. Yep, today I have another great discussion for you guys, a little bit philosophical discussion about lying. What is lying? Is it good or bad? So what is lie in general? What is the definition of lying? And we're going to discuss it very soon. But before I start, I want to say a couple of words about the upcoming events. Today, I have the event in Garachi, Cluj. I'll have the streaming, from there as well. So I'll organize the stream, the video stream on YouTube. You can go to emotionalenglish.ru to check out the links. And the upcoming event number 2 is the event in Moscow, 1st of April, from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. We still have some seats available. Please reserve your seat now to get your seat reserved. It's a very good event. We're going to discuss the great topics there. It's a lot of group work, and we speak only in English without using Russian language. Hope it's going to be fun. So reserve your seat now, emotionalenglish.ru, and go to the special section about the events, and you will find your event there. So link to reserve your seat. Okay, so we have the next discussion. Like I said, we're going to talk about lying, and lying. It's a big thing. In simple words, right? What is lying? When people say incorrect words, when people say words to you and these words are not correct, they're not trustworthy, they're not real, right? These all words, you can define it as lie, but some people, they lie with understanding what they're doing, okay? And some people, they lie without understanding. I call it conscious lie or subconscious lie, right? So, or unconscious lie. So I would say this: when you're lying unconsciously, for example, you've read some type of content on the internet, right? And then you're just saying some type of comment, right, to your friend, and you like 100% sure about the information, but it's not true. It's not the conscious lie, okay? Because you've read something on the internet, and maybe that resource was not very good, and you're telling the information to someone, right? You're telling the story or the news, doesn't matter. Could be it's not conscious, right? You don't want to lie to your friends. You don't want to lie to your people whom you love, right? It's a completely different story. But when you lie with understanding what you're doing, it means conscious lie. It means that it's not good because it's a negative idea inside of your mind, and you lie with your own benefit, right? I don't know what is the benefit of liars, but probably there are some. And I want to discuss this topic today just to clarify the definition of lie or lying, and to see how can we think about lie from different perspectives. Okay, so I'm using today the website. It's called daily-philosophy.com, and the general topic is about lie and ethics. What is ethics? Ethics, it's just a global term of life. What good, what bad about life, and ancient, in ancient Greece, Greeks, they create ethics, right? Ethics, it's like the form, like a document, like a Bible, whatever. Do not do this, do not do that, because it's bad for the society, it's bad for humanity. So, and it's called ethics. And according to this ethics, lying is kind of bad, right? And we're discussing, is lying ethical? Because sometimes, like I said, it could be unconscious, right? And maybe it's just something different. Maybe it's not a wrong thing to do, right? When you lie to someone else. Let's discuss it today. In my opinion, lie is bad, no matter what kind of lie you have. It's really bad. But you can hurt people without lying, right? If you think that the person is bad, for example, right? Are you lying when you're not saying it, or when you're just smiling to that person? You don't want to hurt him, right? You don't want to hurt him, and that is a good thing, because taking care of others, it's another ethical thing which we should follow. But when we're not caring about each other, we're just, kind of damaging ourselves, our souls, and other parts of our bodies. That's very bad. And sometimes lie is good. Let's see what the guy said. So this topic is created by Andreas Matthias, and I want to see what the guy said about it. So first of all, we see the definition of lie. What is the definition of lie, right? So we have here, lying means telling another person something that we believe to be false, with the intention of making the other person believe that this statement is true, right? So like I said before, when the information is not trustworthy, which you cannot trust, it's a false information, right? And then information which is true, it means it's a correct information. It's not lie, right? So lying means telling another person something that we believe to be false. So if we believe that something is true, right, and saying it to another person, and our idea is to tell the false information, this is a lie. So we're not saying the true information, we're saying the false information. And we want another person to accept the position that this false information is true. Okay, I'm just playing with words here. So what is the intention, right? With an intention of making the other person believe that this statement is true. Intention, it's like with the full, okay. When you have an intention, it's like the full concentration on the informational piece or informational part, right? It's like intention, plan, or like purpose, I would say, right? It's like when you have a plan of making the other person believe that something is true, but in reality, it's not. So intention, it's like a plan or purpose or whatever. You have that type of purpose. And that's what it is. So according to this definition, we have three statements, right? The first statement is, there must be another person to which one is telling the lie. So if you want to see the real lie, you should have two people or 5 people or 7, more than one, right? Of course, you can lie to yourself, but that is crazy because you can double check the lie for real quick. But there must be another person to which one is telling the lie. And there is a statement then, we're lying to ourselves. It is not true because you know the real answer and it's not a real lie, right? So if you want to see the real lie, you should have another person to speak or to discuss with, right? To discuss the topic with. So the next statement is, the speaker must believe that they are saying something that is not true. So if I don't have this type of belief, like I said before, if I believe in words what I'm saying, it means that I'm not lying because I'm just maybe I was just manipulated or whatever, misinterpreted, right? It doesn't matter. But the idea is, if I believe what I'm saying, it means that I'm not lying. If I'm lying with full intention, with full understanding, with full plan about this thing, that is kind of dangerous and you can call it a lie. But again, if the speaker does not believe that he's saying something bad, so then it is not a lie, right? Next, there must be an intention to deceive the other person, like we discussed before. If we have this idea that we want to cheat, we want to deceive the other person, we want to create the deceit, this is lie. But if we don't have this intention, if it's not our plan to deceive another person, this is not a lie, according to this paragraph. And I quite agree, because if I just believe in hypothetical idea of something and I'm telling someone about that type of idea, and for example, about aliens, right? I believe in aliens, right? And I'm saying, hey, you know what? Aliens are real. Aliens is the people who live not on the world, on this planet Earth, right? But they're from the space. And they come and I'm telling to another person, right? I'm saying, hey, you need to know that there are some aliens. They're here. They live somewhere close to us, right? I'm saying it without the idea, without the intention to deceive, without the intention to lie someone else, right? And these statements are very important. If you go through the philosophy class, which I'm visiting right now, that's quite interesting, because you have a lot of hypotheses, right? You have a lot of thoughts in your mind, and you should think about it logically and I would say kind of spiritually, right? Because you believe in the idea that people are not bad. And when you think that person is saying something because he's a bad person, no. If he really believes in something, it's just his life. It's just his misinterpretation of life or the idea. If you believe in something else, that's great. For example, if the Buddhist is saying some words to Christian, is he lying? Of course not. He is not lying, because he believes in something else, right? If I believe in Illuminati, if I believe in Masons, right, in Freemasonry, if I'm saying that this is a very dangerous organization, so am I a bad person? Am I lying? No, I'm not lying. I believe in that type of idea, right? And if I'm saying these words, it means something to me. And I have no intention, I have no plan to deceive, to lie to you, to cheat on you, right? It's not my plan. So if I'm saying something about English, I'm not lying, because it's my real thoughts, right? If I'm saying something about my life, it's not the idea. It's not the intention. I want to say that I'm kind of better than I am, right? Of course not. I'm just who I am, and I'm just saying words what I think. Maybe I'm not correct sometimes, right? But it's who I am, and I'm not lying when I'm saying these words, according to this paragraph. All right? I hope we got it. So let's go to the next paragraph the guy is saying to us. These are important considerations because, for example, if the speaker says something that is not true, but they do believe it to be true, then they are not telling a lie, like we discussed before, right? It's pretty clear. Your friend who thinks that he has been visited by aliens, oh my God, the aliens example too, in his sleep last week is not lying to you if he really believes that the aliens come for him. Let's read this again. Your friend who thinks that he has been visited by aliens in his sleep last week is not lying to you if he really believes that the aliens came for him. Okay? So that is a pretty clear example. So the guy is not lying. He's just telling what he feels, right? What he felt that day. A little more tricky is the last requirement. Okay, let's read this last requirement. The liar must have the intention of making the other person believe that the statement is true. It's the third one, right? Which we read before. Let's discuss why that is pretty tricky one. Because, let's check it out. Is a movie about James Bond a lie? Although it depicts events that never happened and the other people who made it also knew very well that 007 is fictional. It means the agent 007. We would not say that the filmmakers are lying to us. Okay, let's read it one more time. Is a movie about James Bond a lie? Although it depicts events that never happened, and the people who made it also knew very well that 007 agent is fictional. Okay, first word I want to describe you is the word depict, right? Depict. Although it depicts event, right? It's like shows or describes or represents the events that never happened, right? The word depict means, show, to draw the picture of something, right? When you depict something, depict the event, you're kind of discuss the topic, and you show the idea of an event or of something which you're describing, right? You're depicting it. Although it depicts events that never happened, right? So they show, filmmakers, right? They show us different events from the movie about James Bond that these events never happened, and the people who made it, right, directors, also knew very well that 007 agent is fictional. So people who made the movie, they were realizing that the agent they're showing the movie about is fictional. It's not real person, right? They knew about it. And we would not say that the filmmakers are lying to us. We would never say that, right? Why? Because from my perspective, when they have no full intention, right? They don't have, their plan is not to lie to you, okay? Their plan to show the entertaining content to you. And this is not lie. It's a little bit different. This is kind of ethical thing, right? Let's read next what they say. This is because we all know that this is a fictional story. Yeah, we all know that there are no agents like 007 agent, right? Agent 007. This is because we all know that this is a fictional story. And the filmmakers do not try to sell it as a documentary of real events. So they say it's totally fake. It's not real. They say it. And you just playing the game, right, with that kind of character, right? You're watching something that is not what is not true. They intend to entertain the audience, right? So their idea, they intend, it's like their plan is, right, they are doing thing to entertain the audience. It's their general action, right? They're creating the movie to entertain the audience. They are making the movie to entertain the audience, to intend. The word intent came from the word intention, right? When you intending, you're kind of making a intention, right? To entertain the audience, right? It's your main idea. Not to deceive the audience into believing that James Bond exists, right? So you're not saying, hey, James Bond is real, James Bond is real, James Bond is real. It is not true. You're saying a little bit different. On the other hand, a documentary about aliens that tries to convince the viewer of the existence by faking photographs and dressing up children in aluminum foil does constitute a deception. Oh, this is a good one. Let's go a little bit deeper into it. So if we have the documentary movie, right? And the documentary movie is saying to us that this is real, right? And sometimes some documentaries are really crazy. For example, I remember the documentary about the flat earth, right? I'm not the big believer in that type of theory, but I would say this. I'm not surely know what kind of planet we live on. It can be a pretty good planet and it could be pretty beautiful, but I'm not buying what the different companies like NASA, right, saying to us or showing to us, because all of that is just a Photoshop, right? It's not a real pictures what they show to us, in my opinion, right? I'm not saying that the earth is flat. Please listen to me very carefully. It's not a joke. But I'm saying that probably the cosmic or the space looks a little bit different, right? Cosmic world. With the whole stars and everything, I believe in that because I'm into this kind of horoscope movement or star influence and moon and other planets influence on us a lot, and I believe in that. But the idea that the documentary about Flat Earth Society, it does exist on Netflix. So they trying to prove you that the Earth you live on is literally the flat space. Okay, it's not something like round. It's not something. Okay, it's round, but it's kind of flat. Okay, it's not like a bowling bowl, right? It's different. Okay, never mind. On the other hand, documentary about aliens, right? They try to convince us that that aliens are not, let's say, that aliens are real, right? They try to convince, they try to prove us, they try to say to us that aliens are real, guys, and they show different photographs, and most of the photographs could be fake, and they know about it, but they are not making this movie to entertain us. They want us to believe, and that is a lie, okay? Because someone else has an intention to deceive you, right? To deceive myself, to deceive the humanity. And like I said before about Illuminati and Masonry, Freemasonry groups, I believe that they are very good people, but they have their own ideas and intentions, right? So it's just different. If you believe in something, you have your own intention. And if you believe and you want people to believe in something fake, this is the lie. Okay? So let's read this sentence one more time. On the other hand, a documentary about aliens that tries to convince the viewer of the existence by faking photographs. They're making fake photos, right? Like I said. And dressing up children in aluminum foil. Aluminum foil, it's like the sheet of paper, but made of aluminum. Many ladies, they cook with aluminum foil. They put it on the top of the chicken because, it's kind of reflects the heat. It keeps your food warm, right? When you made a sandwich, it's warm. So to keep it to keep the warmth longer, right? To just prolong that condition of your food. So you just use the aluminum foil, and as we see here, some people in the video, right? They are dressing up children in aluminum foil. Does constitute a deception. So this is the deception. This is the lie. This is the idea of lying. The aim of filmmakers in this case is to deceive the viewer. This is the end of this description. So, like we discussed, we have three statements. There must be another person to which one is telling the lie. The speaker must believe that they are saying something that is not true. And the third thing, there must be an intention to deceive the other person. If you miss one of them, probably it's not a lie, okay? Because we should define clearly the words we're using. If you're saying that somebody is a liar, you should know 100%. You should know for sure that that person has this intention to deceive you, or you should know 100% that the speaker believes that he is saying something that is not true, okay? He's not believing in that, right? To be honest. So this is the most important part, because if you don't know these facts, you cannot say, is the person is a liar or not? Okay. And you remember the podcast about Liar, Liar, right? Liar, Liar. It's a very good film with Jim Carrey. He is playing the role of lawyer. So it's a very good film to watch about this topic. If you guys want to revise this topic, just go to this film and watch it from the beginning until the end. So it's a very good topic. And the most important part, like we discussed here, is lying means telling another person something that we believe to be false with the intention of making the other person believe that this statement is true. This is like the full description of what is lying. I hope you had a lot of fun today, guys. We discussed this little topic. I hope you're not deceiving your friends. I hope you have great intentions, good plans about your people who are speaking with you, right? And I really appreciate you to listen to this podcast today. And if you have something to say to me directly, go to my social medias, right? Go to Telegram or go to Instagram and send your message to me. It's Bondarison on Instagram. And I have a website, danilabondarenko.ru. It's my official website. And I have the podcast website as well. It's emotionalenglish.ru, where you can see our events, right? When you can check our events, upcoming events, and where you can listen to a podcast online, where you can just to see some more things. I'm updating the website gradually, step after step. That's hope it's enough for today. So lots of love to you guys, and I'll see you in Moscow 1st of April. And today I have the event in Garachi Kluch. So wish me luck, and I see you very soon. Have a good and amazing day, guys. See you there. Bye.